Welcome back in the third session of Introduction to AI. Today myself, Anshurani, and my colleague Khushbu Agarwal are going to have a discussion on the 17 SDGs and AI ethics. So let us have a start.
Ma'am, nowadays everyone is talking about the term G20. Even in our school, so many programs are being organized based on this. Can you please explain me more about this?
Yes, child. Listen. G20 is the group of 20 countries, basically comprised of 19 countries and one European Union, who work together on common platform towards economic growth, environmental safety, women-led development, along with sustainable development growth. The presidency is chaired among these countries to coordinate and conduct various summits and programs to work together to address major issues which are common among each other. This year, 2023, India has got the proud privilege to host these meetings of G20 under the presidency of our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. Let us have a look of this.
I am delighted that the G20 development agenda has reached Kashi as well. Excellencies, development is a core issue for the global south. The countries of global south were severely impacted by the disruption created by the global COVID pandemic and the food, fuel and fertilizer crisis because of geopolitical tensions have delivered another blow. In such circumstances, the decisions you make carry great significance for humanity as a whole. I strongly believe that it is our collective responsibility not to let the sustainable development goals fall behind. We must ensure that no one is left behind.
Ma'am, in this video, I could listen that our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji was talking about some sustainable development goals. What actually are these goals, ma'am?
Surely, my child, I'll explain all. The goals which aim at meeting the need of present without compromising the ability of future. These are 17 such goals which aim towards meeting the need of present scenario of the world without compromising the existing future ability of respective nations. The Sustainable Development Goals aim to transform our world. They are a call to action to end poverty and inequality, protect the planet and ensure that people enjoy health, justice and prosperity. It is critical that no one is left behind. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals which are aimed to be achieved by the year 2030 are Sustainable Development Goals. 1. End poverty in all its forms everywhere. 2nd, end hunger, achieve food security and improved nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. 3rd, ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all ages. 4th, ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. 5th, achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. 6th, ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. 7th, ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all. 8th, promote sustained, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment and decent work for all. 9th, build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization and foster innovation. 10th, reduce inequality within and among countries. 11th, make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient and sustainable. 12th, ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. 13th, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. 14th, conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas and marine resources for sustainable development. 15th, protect, restore and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification and halt and reserve land degradation and halt biodiversity loss. 16th, promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all and build effective, accountable and inclusive institutions at all levels. 17th, strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnerships for sustainable development.
Oh ma'am, that's so nice to appreciate. But these issues are so critical, tedious and seems to be difficult to resolve.
Yes, child. But if you are committed to work for making the world a better place, then nothing is impossible. Together, with the help of artificial intelligence, these targets can be achieved efficiently and effectively.
Wow! Now, I am getting excited to know about artificial intelligence. I have heard about this, like self-driving cars, right?
Yes, you are somewhere near. You know, self-driving cars, which are also known as autonomous cars, are driverless. These are vehicles that use AI and other advanced technologies to navigate roads and highways without the need of human driver. These are one of the examples among the plethora of applications available in the area of AI.
Ma'am, that means AI is making our life so easy and comfortable, right?
Well, as every coin has two sides, similarly, there are certain points of ethical concern with AI too.
Ethical concerns of AI. Ma'am, please explain this. What is meant by AI ethics?
AI ethics is a set of moral guidelines and methods meant to guide the creation and ethical application of artificial intelligence technologies. See, for example, let us imagine that self-driving cars are now on roads. People like us are buying these cars for ease and using it for our daily transits. Of course, because of all these features which the car has, it is expensive. Now, let us assume one day your father is going to office in his self-driving car. He is sitting in the back seat as the car is driving itself. Now suddenly a small boy and an old lady comes in front of the car. Now this incident was so sudden that the car is only able to make either of the two choices. First one, go straight and hit the boy or the old lady who has come in front of the car and injure them severely. Second, take a sharp right to turn to save the boy and smash the car into some roadside tree, thus damaging the car as well as injuring the person. With the help of this scenario, we need to understand that the developer of the car goes through all such dilemmas while developing the car's algorithm. Thus, Here, the morality of the developer gets transferred into the machine, as what according to him or her is right would have a higher priority and hence would be the selection made by the machine. If you were in the place of this developer and if there was no other alternative to this situation, which one of the two would you prioritize and why? Let us now assume that the car has hit the boy who came in front of it. Considering this as an accident, who should be held responsible for it and why? First, the person who bought this car. Second, the manufacturing company. Third, the developer who developed the car's algorithm. Fourth, the boy who came in front of the car and got severely injured. Moreover, one worry is that the technology may not be ready for widespread use and self-driving cars would be involved in more accidents than traditional cars. Another concern is that hackers could exploit vulnerabilities in autonomous vehicle systems to cause accidents or disrupt traffic.
Oh, that's a situation of dilemma.
You are right. There are many other ethical dilemmas of AI, and one of that is of data privacy.
Ma'am, what is data privacy of AI?
Data privacy is the ability to manage how our digital data is collected, used, and shared by various parties. Artificial intelligence is becoming more and more embedded into our every part of life as technology is advancing. Data is the new gold. Every business, no matter how big or small, is collecting data from as many sources as they can. The fact that more than 70% of the data acquired to date was just gathered in the previous 3 years. It demonstrates how crucial data has grown in recent years. I will explain it with one more example. Nowadays, each one of us are having a device in our hand, and that is smartphones. We cannot imagine our life without a smartphone, as these phones are making our life so easy that we have become completely dependent on it. Suppose we have to hire any taxi. We take the help of the app. If we are hungry, we can order food online. If we are new to some place, we use Google Maps. For chatting, video calls, there are so many applications available. To a matter of surprise, you might have observed that sometimes you get customized recommendations and notifications. How is that possible? So, this is a matter of concern that how these devices come to know about our choices. Is there anyone who is listening to our talks? Or does anyone have access to our data without knowledge?
Oh, that's very true. It happens with me too.
You are right. The reason behind this is when a user installs an app in the smartphone, it asks for access to gallery, contacts, etc. After accepting this, it gives the user agreement which most users accept without realizing the implications. When the user gives access to the app, then even if the smartphone is not being used, but still the app and the mobile sensors remain alive, which keep collecting our data. So, our data reaches to the third party.
So, that is wrong. Our data is being accessed without our consent?
Well, actually, no. As while installation of the app, the user has already given permission to access the contact list, message, microphone, camera, etc. So, they can't be called wrong. So, to avoid this, one should be careful about downloading any software in mobile or in computer. It should be taken care that the software being downloaded is safe or not. Otherwise, our data may get stolen.
Sure, ma'am. That was so interesting to know. Now please tell me more about the ethical concerns of AI.
One more matter of concern is of lethal autonomous weapons. Lethal autonomous weapons are a type of autonomous military system that can independently search for engaged targets based on programming. Actually, these weapons work with sensor suites and computer algorithms. These weapons would rely on artificial intelligence to target human. But are these lethal weapons completely reliable? How accurately they can judge such a mature decision of target and deployment readiness is a matter of concern in technological circle.
Yes, ma'am, I'm so worried to see the great side of advancement of technology.
Another aspect to AI ethics is bias. AI systems learn to make decisions based on training data, which can include biased human decisions or reflect historical or social inequalities. Biases are not negative all the time. When we talk about a machine, we know that it is artificial and cannot think on its own. It can have intelligence, but we cannot expect a machine to have any biases of its own. Any bias can transfer from the developer to the machine while algorithm is being developed. Let us look at some of the examples. First, majorly all the virtual assistants have female voice, although nowadays it is being avoided. Second, if you search on Google for nurse, the first few searches are mostly for female nurses. This is based on the assumption that if a person is searching for a nurse, in all probability it would be a female.
Ma'am, is it true that AI will cause unemployment in future?
Well, it is true that AI has made our life very easy. The works which took days to get completed are being done quickly and with accuracy. The works which needed manpower are now being replaced by automated machines, due to which all the people who worked as laborers are now losing their jobs. This may start an era of mass unemployment, where people having little or no skills may be left without jobs, and others who keep up with their skills according to what is required will flourish. It means due to automation, there will be little jobs left which need manpower, but skilled jobs of certain nature will increase. So people will have to keep themselves updated according to latest requirement of jobs. So collectively, it is understood that following are the ethical dilemmas of AI. Number 1, automated decisions, self-driving cars, lethal autonomous weapons. Number 2, data privacy. Number 3, AI bias. And number 4, unemployment due to AI.
Ma'am, now I have understood about the various advancements in the area of contemporary technology and our responsibility towards advancement of humanity.
Yes, child. Ethical AI is about doing the right thing and has to do with values and social responsibilities. Responsible AI is more tactical. It relates to the way we develop and use technology and tools. AI has incredible potential to benefit human and society, but it must be developed thoughtfully. There must be certain ethics which must be followed by everyone, and there must be some rules and regulations made which may control the unethical flow of AI. There should be AI ethics principles. For example, number 1, data privacy by design. Number 2, AI capabilities to be responsible, equitable, traceable, reliable and governable.
Ma'am, now I have completely understood about the 17 SDGs and AI ethics.
That's good. Now, let me see how fairly you have understood the matter. I'm going to ask you few questions and let me check whether you are able to answer it or not. Now, tell me, why Sustainable Development Goals are adopted?
Well, the Sustainable Development Goals aim to transform our world. They are a call to action to end poverty and inequality, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy health, justice, and prosperity. It is critical that no one is left behind.
Wow, you were wonderful. You explained it very beautifully. Now, let me ask a second question. How many Sustainable Development Goals were formulated by the United Nations?
Ma'am, these are 17 in number.
Good, very good. 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, now you tell me any two SDGs which are formulated to address the problems related to water.
Well, I think it is goal number 6, ensure availability and sustainable management water and sanitation for all. And it was also goal number 14, conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas and marine resources for sustainable development.
Wow, you were wonderful. You answered it all very correctly.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mention two issues related to AI ethics.
Data privacy, automated decisions.
Wow, absolutely wonderful. Now I am going to ask you few multiple choice questions and I am going to give you some options for that. Now let me check whether you are able to answer it or not. A technology used in unmanned vehicles like self-driving cars and drones is called A. Hybrid technology, B. Artificial intelligence, C. Space technology and D. Solid state intelligence.
It should be artificial intelligence, option B.
Correct, very correct. Second, which car is an example of smart car? Options are A. Tesla, B. Mercedes Benz, C. Honda City and D. Kia.
It is definitely Tesla, ma'am. Option A.
Good, good. Now I am going to ask you a question which comes in the CBSE board exams for 5 marks and it is a competency based questions. Now I am giving you a scenario. E-commerce websites employ AI algorithms to track customer behavior and preferences to provide personalized recommendations and render enhanced shopping experience. AI might surprise you with shopping suggestions which are totally in tune with your interests. They already know about your choices, your parameters, and also what you may think next. This was possible because AI had collected the personal data. Now the question is the data which is collected by various applications ethical in nature? Justify your answer.
Yes, mostly the data collected by various applications is ethical in nature as the user agrees by giving it permissions to access to our messages, videos, contact list, emails, etc. They ask for our data for various facilities like to show us more accurate data and in the desired format. Or the answer can be no. The data collected by various applications is not always ethical in nature. Sometimes unknowingly we share our data to non-trusted third-party applications without reading its terms and conditions. This may lead to unethical use of our data. To avoid it, one can opt for alternative applications which are of similar usage and keep the data private.
You were absolutely correct. Now this is an open-ended question. So both the answers yes or no will be considered right with correct justification. So this much all for today. We hope that you have understood both of the topics very clearly. Thank you so much.